Talk with hundreds of people every week about starting their journey to Alaska, and a lot of you have questions about what the job market looks like here. Luckily, the Alaska Department of Labor and Workforce Development just released their annual report concerning the outlook for Alaska jobs in 2024. So let's talk about what the jobs really look like for both here in Fairbanks and all across Alaska. Hey everyone, it's Justin Heminger with Apex Realty Group, and you're tuned in to Discover Fairbanks. We've guided thousands of folks through the process of buying and selling homes here in Fairbanks and North Pole over the last 10 or 12 years. And our channel is a collection of everything that we've learned throughout that whole process. So if you're thinking about buying or selling, or if you've got questions about the real estate market, questions about Fairbanks, questions about relocating, drop them in the comments below. You can give us a call, 907-885-0316. You can also reach out to us directly onto our website, www.fbxhomesearch.com. If you have any questions about the latest properties that are hitting the market, that's a great source to check them out too as well, www.fbxhomesearch.com. So let's talk about jobs in Fairbanks, jobs in Alaska. So overall job growth statewide, the job market is expected to grow by another 1.7% in 2024, adding about 5,400 or so approximately jobs across various industries. So according to this report, this growth is reflected from a shift from normalizing the COVID-19 epidemic to kind of capital projects and federal investments. In Fairbanks, although we've experienced a little bit of a slowdown in job growth as we've neared recovery from COVID-19, we're still experiencing and we're forecasting a growth of about 1.4%. which is a little bit less than the state average, but it's still progress. So that's pretty awesome. As far as Anchorage goes, the city is projected at about 2,300 jobs in 2024. Despite some industries reaching full recovery, Anchorage's total employment is likely to reach pre-pandemic levels within the next year or so. As far as the key drivers and specific sectors for growth that we're expecting to see over the next year or so in Fairbanks and the rest of the state, for Fairbanks, the military and UAF, the University of Alaska Fairbanks, are huge stabilizers. The construction sector is expected to grow by 7.7% according to the report. Healthcare is also showing growth. Leisure and the hospitality sector is projected to show a full recovery by the end of 2024, which is pretty awesome. Federal and state government employment in Fairbanks is also expected to remain pretty stable over the next year or so. And not only that, with the opening of the Manchu mine, that's expected to help stabilize things pretty well here in Fairbanks and to help create just about 700 new jobs here in town too, in the mining and transportation realms and sectors. So that's pretty fantastic. Sounds like things are moving and grooving here in Fairbanks. As far as Anchorage goes, benefits from federal infrastructure projects, increased oil activity, and a strong transportation industry, including a huge increase in air cargo. I think like the second or third now largest international airport in the country, or I'm sorry, in the world. So that's pretty huge. But the city also anticipates growth in construction, professional and business services, as well as healthcare. So a lot of cool things are coming for Anchorage. In the state overall, here in Alaska, growth is expected in mining, in logging, in construction, professional, and business services as well, in healthcare, in leisure and hospitality, as well as transportation. So it sounds like a lot of things just happening all over the state, which is fantastic. Retail statewide is just about at full recovery from where things were pre-pandemic, as are manufacturing and construction and seafood processing. But the huge thing that's holding everything back is worker shortages. That's what all of these industries are having a problem with, is not having enough people, and we're going to talk about that a little bit more here in a little bit. Before I forget, I want to make sure that if you're watching this video and you're like, oh man, thinking about relocating to Fairbanks, I've got a great relocation guide. We just updated it for you, and it's filled with all kinds of essential things that you need to know about Fairbanks in order to relocate and kind of start to live your best life when you get here. So if you click in the link in the description below, you can get your free copy. Also, be sure to subscribe to our channel so that way you can make sure you can get all of the Fairbanks related content that we release. We're releasing videos just about once or twice a week. So we're putting things out there about Fairbanks all the time. So let's talk more about this report. In Anchorage, they're expecting to add a little bit of growth, maybe within the state government, and maybe a little bit in the local government as well. In Anchorage, they're expecting to have a little growth within the state government, but not very much in the local government or federal government. Everything is expected to remain pretty flat. Alaska, statewide, the government is looking at maybe adding 200 to 300 jobs, and a lot of that growth is going to be tempered by federal deficits or budget deficits within Alaska. Statewide, the state government is expected to add about 300 jobs. The local government's expecting to add about 200 jobs statewide. And growth really is going to be impacted by budget deficits and issues with school enrollments as well. So a big part of our local economy is tourism and the greater national economy. Tourism in Alaska shows a pretty positive outlook, with early indicators suggesting a pretty strong visitor season, similar to previous year's record numbers. While it seems that national recession fears are receding, some economists are still fearing a little bit of a downturn for us here. But I think that the biggest fear that we have in terms of a downturn is in relation to our next section, the challenges and constraints that we face in terms of our job market. So let's get right into that. So reading through this report, the biggest challenges and constraints that Fairbanks has, that Anchorage has, that all of these, that statewide, that all of them have, are labor shortages. In Fairbanks, a labor shortage remains the single most significant challenge that they've got, along with population declining. But they're all having labor shortages. So if you are looking for a job and you're qualified, you think you might be qualified for positions here in Fairbanks, I've got another video for you. It's the 7 jobs that are hiring here in Fairbanks. That video will show you all of the different places that you can be applying for right now to find a job. But they just don't have the people. They don't have the people that are highly qualified and applying for these positions that are wanting to work. So based on this report, it sounds like there are at least hundreds of jobs available here in Fairbanks, as well as the rest of the state. So again, for that view on the 7 jobs that they're hiring for, at least here in Fairbanks, check out that video again. But at least for this video, I hope you got some value out of it. If you'd like to see more videos like this, make sure to subscribe to our channel. As always, if you've got any questions about this topic or any others, you can give us a call at 907-885-0316, or you can reach out to us at our website, www.fbxhomesearch.com. Thank you and have a great day.